here with the part 3 of the painting tutorial of this guy, the Errant Knight, or the Knight Errant from Bretonia. Okay, in part 1 we have done the horse to this level, and in part 2 we have done mainly the rider and the shield. Okay, the shield is ready to be glued and finalized once we glue it on him, and now we are going to work highlights, details and so on him. So I'm going to work on the clothes, and I'm going to add with using Evil Sun Scarlet. Okay, the same we have used for the other parts. I'm going to highlight especially these folds here. Okay, what I will do is I will add a little bit. This will give a much lively color on this clothes. I see that the wash is still a little bit fresh, but it's not a problem because I'm just touching really the most exposed parts of the cloth. Okay, like that. That is what you want to do. Okay. Sorry. I will do now the other side and I'm back. Okay, next step I'm going to do the face. So I have prepared white, black, and as well these two colors on my wet palette. Okay, Flake One Face and Bookman Glow. So I will start with the eyes, and first I will apply white. You can see that the contrast paint Gilliman Flash have done a very nice work. Okay, so this up to now the only thing I did is I put Gilliman Flash as the contrast paint. Okay, I will add a little bit of white inside of the eyes because we have the shade, so we have to try not to dirten the shade. Okay, small eyes in that case. And now it comes the part that maybe it's the most complicated. Just try to put the black dot inside. Okay, something like that. And now I will we'll use Guardian Flagstone first. Okay, this is Kislev. Clean up a little bit the black. Okay, and now I will use a little bit Bookman Glow. Okay. No, it's okay. Yeah, the black was not in the right spot, so I will try to put a little bit. No. No, it's better. Yeah, this can take. This is the most difficult part because on top is just practice. There is no tip to make them to make it easier. We'll take thicker. It's too thin. Arcadian flesh. Okay, now it's okay. Sorry if this is difficult to see. Now I will do the highlights on the face, but first, yeah, I was forgetting I need to do lips, and this is why you have bookmark glow. Just to add. Never use red. Okay. So we have this on the lips. Bookmark glow. Always use a dark flesh tone for the lips. And then I want to leave him quite pale, so I will use now the flayed one flesh. This guy have really a thick chin, and he's very And now I will use some acid desert. Okay. And when I see that the color, I will filter a little bit of Acadian fly stone, the one I have very thin, just in case. Now what we can do now is exaggerate even more the shades using a little bit of woman glow. Now Acadian fly stone. Got really very strange face physiognomy, this guy. I think the sculpt of the face is not great. Okay, I will leave it like that. Okay, but the mistake I will remove it. And we can start working on the hair. And for the hair, I will work here it's you have to be careful which color to use. I think I will use bleach bone mix 50% with the messy desert. So I will take no bleach one, sorry. I will take flake one flash. And I will mix it with the messy desert 50-50 because flake one flash will be too. No, sorry. Yes, with the messy desert. Take the messy desert. There's one. Okay. It is a little bit too dark. No, I will mix it. I will put a little more one flash. Okay, and now I'm ready to highlight. Okay, so it's a little bit, maybe 3-1 of flake one flash with a little bit of the messy desert to make this color, to give a little bit of yellow, because if not, flake one flash directly will be will not have enough yellow component. Don't use yellows to do the blonde hair, okay? You want to use ochres, light browns, or colors like the messy desert, that is a sand's color. Okay, what I'm doing now is I'm just following the hair sculpt. Like we will dissimulate as well this molding line that we have there. It is really annoying. Okay. Then again, we can use more from brown. For the deeper shades. Okay, let me take a little bit of more from brown. I like to dedicate time, especially around the face, the hair. If is one of the parts where you want to dedicate more time on the miniature. Okay, the weapon is another part that you can dedicate time. So normally, or if you put any iconography, but the people have tendency to look first the faces. Okay, it's natural in humans. We try to identify what is the face, and then for there to look the rest of the shapes. Shields, another part that people will look at, because it's not more on infantry than on cavalry, but in that case, as the guy is not wearing a helmet, you need to dedicate some time. You can see that by doing what I'm doing, even the molding line is starting to be integrated and not this way. If you do dry brushing here, the mold line will pop up super fast. This is what I'm doing in this process. Okay, and now we can add flake-bone flesh without the metadata, just to create some brights or highlights on the top. Like that. Suppose the light will make the top hair to be brighter. Okay, like that should be okay. Okay, we have here the guy. Now we start going down, and I'm going to work on we are going to do all the weathering on the leather parts, and I will do as you have seen in other miniatures, or the same way I did in the horse, right? I'm going to start adding on the edge with the same color we use for the hair, or with flake-bone flesh, or even bleach bone. You want to add this type of shapes. We can add some if you want. Some lines, a little bit too thick. Okay, but I will add this on all the leather parts, including the scarf of the sword, sorry, and the dagger and all the other the different belts. Okay, so I will do that, and I'm back for the next step. Okay, next step, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use snakebite leather, and I'm going to apply this on the leather. Okay, to make this is too stark, and now this will help me to integrate all this weathering. You can see now it's much it's more integrated. Okay, we are going to do the same. You can see I have scratched completely the scarf, and now we apply this. Okay, and you can see more or less, put more or less, depending how much you want to show the scratches. So I will apply it on all the bells. Try not to touch the metal, because now you will make the metal to look rusted, or maybe you need to retouch the metal a little bit after that. The front I don't do it because it's too high and it's not making sense. I cannot do the. And I'm going to do the lance now with this color, okay, to give this type of brown tonality. And as this is a contrast, it will make naturally some lighter and darker parts that will help me to show the impression of wood. Okay, this is why I'm trying to keep, I even clean up. You have to clean up the lens before doing that. Careful here not to touch the clothes. Okay, you have to clean up the lens before doing that. But I think in that meters or in this unit, I will keep the lenses in bare wood color, as is they don't, so to give the sensation that they are Errant knights, they are the rookies on the knights. Okay, yeah. So I think the satin look will give this, as it is having varnish, so you can give, but I like to give this type of uneven color. I think will help to sell the idea that this is a wood lens. And now I will wait that this dries because I don't want to touch the lens. Okay, next step. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use snake bite leather, and I'm going to apply this on the leather. Okay, to make this is too stark, and now this will help me to integrate all this weathering. As you can see, now it's much it's more integrated. Okay, we are going to do the same. You can see I have scratched completely the scar, and now we apply this. Okay, and you can see more or less, put more or less, depending how much you want to show the scratches. So I will apply it on all the bells. Try not to touch the metal, because now you will make the metal to look rusted, or maybe you need to retouch the metal a little bit after that. The front I don't do it because it's too high and it's not making sense. I cannot do the. And I'm going to do the lens now with this color, okay, to give this type of brown tonality. And as this is a contrast, it will make naturally some lighter and darker parts that will help me to show the impression of wood. Okay, this is why I'm trying to keep, I even clean up. You have to clean up the lens before doing that. Careful here not to touch the clothes. Okay, you have to clean up the lens before doing that. But I think in that meters or in this unit, I will keep the lenses in bare wood color, as is they don't, so to give the sensation that they are Errant knights, they are the rookies on the knights. Okay, yeah. So I think the satin look will give this, as it is having varnish, so you can give, but I like to give this type of uneven color. I think will help to sell the idea that this is a wood lens. And now I will wait that this dries because I don't want to touch the lens by a mistake. So I waited this device, and we are quite advanced, so we are going to be quite close to be able to start putting the rider on top of the horse. Okay, but I want to finalize all the rider before adding, because with the horse it's going to be more difficult. So I leave it like that. You can see it's not a uniform color. Then I let it dry, and now I'm back for the next step. Okay, this color looks like now the wood. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the metal parts on the lance and the flag. So I'm going to take iron breaker. It's the same color we use for the armor. And I'm going to apply this on the lance. Okay, so we apply it in the counter weight. Okay, on the guard. And I will apply it on the tip. Okay. So I'm doing that, and I'm back for the next step. Okay, next step I'm going to use Retributor armor, and I'm going to apply this on the fleur-de-lis symbols that we have on the guard of the lance. Okay, this is the decoration. These ones. This one, this one. Okay. I will wait at all this device, and I'm back. No, sorry, I will do another thing that I was forgetting from previous steps. As you so know, I will apply a web on this small shield that we have on the guard of the sword. Okay. Now I wait a little bit at all this device, and I'm back. Okay, next I'm going to apply the red, and here I will take a more of the brush. I will use corn red. This completely. I need to put a bit more. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a place. I think I will put it. I need to find some place that it's more or less easy, and it's more or less in the middle. So let's take this one here, for example. It will be this one here. This side is going to be more tricky, because the flag is completely folded and will look weird. So let's do first this one, and I will do one here, one there, and one there. Okay, like that. Here we are going to do the same. now we are going to fill it. Okay, so I will, now there is not too big, I'm going to finalize the red, and I will. Next what I'm going to do is to highlight the colors. So for the yellow I'm going to use dark yellow, as we have done on the cloth, and in that case I will go on this type of fold that are quite and just in case it's needed I have a real yellow, so I can smooth or mix to make it less aggressive, this one of color. Okay, so we're going to do like this. Having the dark yellow quite thin is helping to make it a little bit more transparent, and this helps on applying the highlights. And I think now we real yellow. I don't clean, this is why the real yellow is lighter. And this and this. Okay, and we can take a little bit, as I have it in my palette, of Everland Sunset, Everland Sun, and we can put it in the recess. Okay. Again, a little bit of Everland Sun. And then for the red, I'm going to use again a Scarlet, Everland Sun Scarlet. So we are going to take it. And we highlight like that. Take a little bit of Reynolds height. Okay. And here what I will do, I will apply the scarlet like that. So I use the corn red as the color to separate, to make this darker separation between the yellow and the red. And we can do the same in this side. Okay. Again, we can take a little bit of distance height. Make it darker there. And then we have now the pennant done. So what we need to do now is I will take Air shade and I will put it on the metallics. Especially here, I want to pop up the Lee symbol on the floor of the Lee. And to finalize, we are going to give a little bit of brightness to the armor. Okay, so I don't want the armor to be that dull, so I'm going to use now a Stormhawk Silver. The end, this is the night. What I'm going to do, put some water. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to edge highlight a little bit the armor plates, starting with the shoulder pad. The idea is to make the armor brighter. Have to be careful to keep the black shade where it's needed. But at the same time I want to clean up a little bit the metallics. And it's mainly on the armor plates. I think the part where we have chainmail I will not do too much. But when we don't have chainmail, I try to clean up a little bit. The fingers. And know that even the Errant shade is already dry. going to apply on the tip of the lens. Okay, you can see now one arm is cleaner than the other. So we are going to keep doing that for all the armor plates. And this will be almost the last step, so after that we can put all the parts together. So I will finalize to do the armor plate, and I'm back for the next step. Okay, doing the armor I realized that I missed this part first. This can be leather, can be piece of cloth. I will paint it as a piece of cloth, and I will apply red. Okay, like if there is an ornament there. To be fair, it's quite weird, but have more the texture of cloth than really a piece of metal, because it looks like a flexible thing. Okay, so I'm applying corn red, and then what I will do, I will take again the Errant Scarlet. I don't know what's happening with my wet palette. Sometimes the color is not, the water is not going up. Okay. I take the Errant Scarlet. My Fiston Red cannot even do the same job. I'm going to do it like that to make it brighter. And this will be almost the last step. So let's assemble everything together and look how it looks like. Okay, so let's do it here on camera. Correct, here we have. Okay, we are done. I don't think I'm going to glue the guy on the horse, because it's easier for transport and manipulating and so on. So let's take the horse. We need to, this is one of the risks of using glue tack. We need to remove it. Okay, so let me remove this off camera. Okay, clean up all this, and I will show you how it looks like everything together. Okay, so this is how it looks like at the end. So here you have the work, the complete work on the Knight Errant. I did not glue it, I just glued the shield, as you can see. So quite happy with the result of this tutorial, and here we finalize the tutorial, the third part, sorry, of the tutorial. So having 3 parts, but it's quite miniature that takes some time to paint. Okay, so I'm very happy with the final result. I hope you like as well. Please let me know what do you think, and give a like if you have liked this video. And as usual, thanks a lot for watching, and see you again later. Bye.